Hello, this is Randall Lloyd, and I'm going to show you how to use the 3D Bridge to Photoshop in DAZ Studio 4 to do some texture customization. Now, this is going to be part one of this video, and we're only going to cover a very simple application of this plugin. And so, let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the plugin is loaded properly, and you're going to do that under the Help menu here. And it's called About Installed Plugins, and let's just check and make sure there it is, the 3D Bridge is loaded properly. And when it's loaded, you should see over here on the side in the menu bar this little tool, Enable 3D Bridge, or under the File menu, Initialize the Photoshop 3D Bridge. Now what that's gonna, when you click on that, that's gonna create a new camera that's used to adjust your view inside of Photoshop, and whatever view I put that in we'll be able to use in Photoshop, but I'll show you how to use that in a later video. For now, we're ready to go to Photoshop, and I'll just switch over to it. Here we go, and I'm going to go under the File menu, Automate, and if it's installed properly you'll see the DAZ Studio 3D Bridge just like this. Now if I click on that, I get this new palette, and I'm going to click on Import Image Maps. And when I click on that, I get this little window, and it's going to show me every single map that's currently loaded in DAZ Studio 4. And there they all are, and that includes bump maps, specular maps, everything. But I want actually the torso map. There it is, and this is, I just know from experience that this one is the diffuse map. And if you wanted to check to make sure which one that was, you can go back to Studio and go into your Surfaces palette and find out which map it is you wanted. But here's the diffuse map, so I'm going to deselect this is important, because if I didn't deselect that, it would import every single map into Photoshop. I just want the one, so I'm going to import that map, and there it is. Now this technique I'm going to show you is good for very simple changes to the texture map that will not be affected by the seams. So I'm going to put a design here on the center of his chest. If I were to want one in the center of his back over here on the side, that crosses a seam, and that's much harder to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a later video. Now I can actually, let me create a new layer here. Actually, I'm going to create a new adjustment layer, and we're going to do hue saturation, and I'm going to change the color of this map slightly to show you that you can do that. Now that's not dependent on not dependent at all on the seams, so there I just changed the color a little bit. Now let's create another new layer, and I'm going to get a wacky brush over here, and I've got a bunch of tattoos, and let me find a fun one here. Let's there we go. I got this crazy bat tattoo, and I'm going to change the color of it to black, and I'm just going to find a good spot for it, and bam. Now we've got a black tattoo on his chest, and we've changed the skin to blue. So now I'm done with that, and I'm going to export this image map right here. Since I only have the one, it's the only one there, just hit export. And now when I go back to Studio, as you see, it's completely been changed. And that's a lot of fun. Now, since we only did the torso is the only thing that was changed. So you see the arms and the face and the head, none of that has been changed. But yet we have our beautiful tattoo. And that's how you do a very simple texture change in using the 3D Bridge for Photoshop with DAZ Studio 4. And I hope you have fun with that. Come back for my next video, and I'll show you how to change the texture across seams. Thanks a lot. See you next time.